Hi, this is Rick Savitsky from Chortek. In this video, I'm going to share a little bit about Chortek's journey using OKRs. And I'm going to share some examples of how we started, some examples of how we've actually used OKRs, give you some examples of practical things that we did. And I'm going to share the tools that we've been using up till this point and kind of where we're going next. So with that, OKR, it's a funny term, stands for Objectives and Key Results. Please check out my other video. I give a real high-level overview of the concept and some of the core benefits. And in that video, I shared, and with this one as well, this is not Rick's material or Chortek's material. This is coming from a great book and a website that goes along with it called Measure What Matters. And so in short, I got introduced to the concept. I believe I heard about it at a conference many years ago, and I was intrigued and ended up getting the book, reading about it, and then advocated, hey, I think this could really benefit our team. And that's what we did. We started really simple. Start with like a kind of a fun dummy sort of example for each person on the team. Hey, be healthier. I'm going to walk the dog X number of days a week, drink X gallons, liters of water, whatever. Really simple, but it was meant to start with something. And then we literally, used the book. The book's interesting because it goes through the 5 major benefits of using OKRs. And there are actual examples of how it's been implemented in the real world. Nonprofits, for-profit businesses, Google, the launch of Chrome, YouTube's, some of these major excellent stories. And one of the OKRs was, okay, we're going to go through a chapter per month. And everybody on our team is going to read the chapter and check in, mark that they did it, and then post a observation or a comment. And it wasn't so much that everybody had to spend a lot of time on detailed analysis or deep thoughts, but rather just do it. And that allowed us to get comfortable with the idea. Yes, it was an investment we're making, and but to get everybody on the same page with understanding the thought process behind it and why we're doing it, that was a really effective way of beginning the journey. Okay, I'll share a few examples of how we've used it since that time over the last few years. Chortek exists to serve customers, and we want this to be a great place to work. So it's generally been a mix of those two things. How can we have our team members feel engaged and empowered to do continuous process improvement, test new tools, things like that. And so those are some of the objectives. And the measurables would be at least one new tool reviewed per month and shared with the team, as an example. Or one objective, saving 10 hours of time by reviewing work instructions and having someone who doesn't normally do the work instruction actually test it and come up with suggestions of using automation tools or cutting processes or streamlining or using analytics to find a way to ideally try to save time or make it more efficient and make it more effective for our team members. So we didn't always hit the 10 hours per month, but the point is it was an objective and we had some measurables towards trying to achieve it. Different example to share. We onboarded our first foreign India-based team member. That was a big undertaking, and it spanned not just a quarter. That took time for us, but we needed to lay out basically a plan, and the OKR was a very effective way of helping us do that. Clear, measurable results that we wanted to achieve, reaching out to peer members, reaching out to understand who's gone down this path before and how have they done it, reaching out working with our internal managed service provider IT department here at Chortek, host of security issues, tech stack issues, different key objective, reviewing work instructions, and reviewing for just the realities of time zone differences, asynchronous work. I could keep going on and on. the OKR methodology was a very effective way for us to set a goal, a big goal, and work towards achieving it over time. And so that was another example. And we've used it in other areas as well. We've been rolling out workflow automation as a service for some Chortek customers. That involves working with two different units. And so the idea of kind of alignment, who's doing what, how are we going to measure, clear measurables of making sure we're moving towards that objective, that goal for something that we haven't done before. Those are all examples of OKRs that we've used internally. And I'm sharing those as an encouragement. You can think, well, how might that apply to me? Again, I don't make money selling the book. Book's an excellent resource because there's different types of scenarios and some encouragement in the sense that this isn't easy. It is hard to write very clear objectives, not have too many of them, not always have a shiny fish to follow, and how have other companies, leaders, team members addressed some of those challenges. So that's my encouragement on using the book. I'll shift gears here a little bit. We started like really simple with Excel. All agreed, hey, let's actually look at a real tool. We used Ally.io. Can't get it anymore because it was acquired by Microsoft many years ago. Pretty decent. And we migrated to that. And we thought, hey, this is great. A lot of interesting technology, links to Power BI for pulling data or measuring key results, linking to Planner, all kinds of other nice stuff. And then we got this notice earlier this year, pulling the plug. So Microsoft Viva Goals is no longer going to be available. And so we're in the process of looking at alternatives. And I'll probably be sharing a few videos of some of the things that we've looked at, my own 2 cents on the evaluation of those, and eventually we're going to migrate to something else. The beauty of the methodology is you can literally do it, pen and paper, sticky notes, but using a tool is really effective in the sense of transparency, easy to check in, and helping move the needle forward. So if this is helpful, please like the video, share it with somebody else you think might benefit, or give us a ring. We'd love to talk to you about partnering together and working on something like this for your benefit. Thanks a lot.